So I take the gun and I start to cock the gun. I'm not going to pull the trigger. I said, do you see that? She goes, well, just cheat it down and tilt it down a little bit like that. And I cock the gun. I go, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? And she says, and then I let go of the hammer of the gun and the gun goes off. I let go of the hammer of the gun and the gun goes off.
At the moment, the decisive
That was the
moment.
moment the gun went off, yeah. That was the moment the gun went off.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never. Never. That was the training that I had. You don't point a gun at me and pull the trigger.
So Bernarda, Baldwin says he thought it was unloaded and he did not pull the trigger of that gun. So what do you think? Could this come back and hurt his credibility?
Well, these statements are going to come back and hurt him. So aside from, I do not believe that he believed that the gun was loaded. I do not believe that at all. But the problem here is that he says that he did not pull the trigger. And the experts have already informed the district attorney's office and throughout the investigation that there's no way that gun could have went off without the trigger being pulled. So these statements are going to be used against Alec Baldwin in this upcoming criminal case.
So, Bernarda, this is going to be a jury trial, and the lawyer for Gutierrez, Reed, the film's armorer, believes that she has a chance at actually being exonerated here. As a former prosecutor, what do you think?
Well, the question is going to be whether both these defendants, Ms. Gutierrez as well as Mr. Baldwin, are they going to be tried together? Because it seems to me, if I were the defense attorney, that both of these defendants must be tried separately because they have defenses that are going to conflict with each other. They essentially will become a second prosecutor in that courtroom if they were tried together. But I do think that Alec Baldwin has a good chance of getting off on these charges because in the end, he did not know or had any idea or thought or was it foreseeable that that gun would have been loaded with a live cartridge? In terms of Ms. Gutierrez, she wasn't the one who actually handed the gun. That was Mr. Halls who handed the gun and said that it was a cold gun. So I'm surprised that the prosecutor handed out a plea agreement so early on in the case before finding out exactly everything and everyone that is involved. Again, Kira, the number one question, the million-dollar question, how did live rounds end up on the set?
Are we ever going to find that out, Bernarda?
It seems like if we haven't found out by this time, it's not going to happen because I think that's one of the questions that the district attorney would have let off in their statement, in their press release. They would have let the public know because that has been the number one question since day one. So there's a possibility that it's not going to happen. We're not going to find out unless the person who actually led to the result of the live rounds being on the set admits to it.
So, Tim, filming on the movie is set to actually resume this month with Hutchinson's husband serving as the executive producer. Things are obviously going to be much different following the tragic death and upcoming trial. What are you hearing?
Well, Kira, I imagine it's going to be very awkward, right? Because the family had a civil suit that was settled between them and Alec Baldwin. So now there's a criminal trial that's going to be underway. So I imagine things are going to be very awkward on set. But we know that there's going to be new protocols, safety protocols. I mean, just today, Senator Cortese, California State Senator, announced that he is going to draft legislation to find a way to prevent accidental shootings and improve safety standards on film sets.
All right, a lot to follow for sure. Tim, Bernarda, thank you both so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.